بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. الطلبة الأعزاء، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، وأهلا ومرحبا بكم في هذا الجزء الثاني من المحور الثاني الذي بعنوان Recommended Practices. Extension lines. Recommended practices for extension lines. Leave a visible gap about 1 millimeter from a view and start drawing an extension line. Here we have an example. We have to leave a visible gap about 1 millimeter between this drawing line, the extension line, and the object view. Okay, extend the lines beyond the last dimension line 1 to 2 millimeters. Extend line here and here 1 to 2 millimeters. Here also this small extension. Common mistake here, for example, is too much. Here there is no extension. Here also, these are common mistakes. Do not break the lines as they cross object lines. Example. Here, when the extension line crosses the line of the object, do not leave space here. Do not break this line. Keep it as it is. Here also, keep it as it is. Okay? Common mistakes. Here, for example, this gap is not recommended. Okay, this gap also is not recommended. Right. Dimension line. Dimension lines should not be spaced too close to each other and to the view. One example. This dimension line, for example, 11, 16, leave a space at least 2 times of a letter height. Here. You have to leave space here and leave space here. This is good. (34, 35), leave a space at least 1 time of a letter height. Here also, this is good. Here also it's good. Okay. Dimension figures. Place the numbers at about 1 millimeter above dimension line and between extension lines. One example here. We have about 1 millimeter here from the dimension line, and we have space at least 1 millimeter here from the extension line. Some common mistakes. Here, for example, there is no space. Here too, there is no space. Also, this one should be centered. This is wrong. Okay. When there is not enough space for figure or arrows, put it outside either of the extension lines. There is no enough space for figures. For these figures, for example, extend the dimension line and put it outside. Okay, this is good. This is not good. Not enough space for arrows, like this shape, for example. This is not good. Then we have to put arrows and number outside. If it is enough for number, okay. Okay. Dimension figures, the units. The GIS and ISO standards adopt the unit of length dimension with millimeters without specifying a unit symbol. It is millimeter. Angular dimension in degree with a symbol of degree placed behind the figures, and if necessary, minutes and seconds may be used together. For example, 30 degrees will be like that. This is the symbol of degree. Dimension figures orientation. First method is called aligned method. The dimension figures are placed so that they are readable from the bottom and right side of the drawing. Second method is called unidirectional method. The dimension figures are placed so that they can be read from the bottom of the drawing. These two methods will be explained next. Do not use both systems on the same drawing or on the same series of drawing. This is from GIS normalization. One example from aligned method. You can remark here that all numbers are aligned with the dimension line. Here also it is aligned, here also it is aligned. All dimensions, all numbers are aligned with the dimension lines. And be careful here. So you can remark that down here, all numbers are in up of the dimension lines. Here too. But here in the middle, all numbers are at the left of the dimension lines. This is an example for unidirectional method. You can remark here that unidirectional method, all numbers can be read in normal orientation. All the numbers are horizontal and should be put in the middle and inside the dimension line. This is another example for aligned method. Okay, this is aligned method. And this is another example for the unidirectional method. Okay, all numbers are in horizontal direction. Local nodes. Place the nodes near to the feature which they apply and should be placed outside the view. Always read it horizontally. One example here, this is local node 10 drill, and put here space of about 10 millimeters. Common mistake, this is too far from the view. This one is not horizontal to be read. This is wrong.